And so, welcome to the Tuesday Clinic. And this new space that we're opening just for today in the clinic, it's an unknown portal to explore some questions and stories about what is this space that we call the clinic, the Feelings Practitioner Clinic. And it came from a conversation with the team around, is it for people to practice? Is it for new people to discover? What else is it? And I imagine that some of you here can bring your own experiences of what the clinic is for you. And maybe you've got questions for Michaela Samoto for the space about the Feelings Practitioner Clinic. And I'm curious, I have this picture that the clinic started, I don't know, a couple of years ago now with a particular intention, and that there's this bridge that's been built and this image that's formed, this story that's been being told through the clinic over the last couple of years about this clinic space, about what is this clinic, where did it start, what is it now, how is it different? And I'm curious what comes up for you, what's alive in you about this, Samoto and or Michaela. What was the original purpose of this clinic, and how do you see that lives on now, or what's different about that now?
Yeah, thank you, Stacia, for opening that space. So it is a really long longing out of, I would say, our archetypal lineages, and especially also my idea to have a feelings practitioner clinic. So it was really to make it presential. And somehow it was to create a Möglichkeitenraum to start the feelings practitioner work and do the trainings and create the whole world of feelings practitioners. And while we are doing it, we found out that we created the healer villages for clients in their laboratories. We invited clients to our space and show how it is possible to heal through the feelings and find out how it is working to be more embodied. And also invite people who have no idea what is an ETB, an expansive box training, what is possibility management. So for people who are interested in healing, and create the structure what is not yet found in a normal modern culture way, that for healing a whole team is necessary. And most of the time the healers are sitting on their chairs or running around in their own practice spaces in their centers, or do their treatments alone, giving massages or having some consultations or whatever. And mostly they do it on their own and go home and maybe celebrate for them own. And maybe their clients give them some feedback, but mostly it is like a single fighter world. And so we saw that a difference is necessary. To invite everybody to have a whole team working with each other and creating a whole healing field, so that healing is happening for each of the person who is participating, the space holders and the clients. And then everybody can celebrate, everybody can witness, and new things will happen because of the force that more people than one is there. And because the Möglichkeitenraum was somehow too small and not reaching out to the whole world, because the world needs to travel there, and it was happening, but New Zealand and Australia was too far away, and also some other cities around, we decided to start online, to bring it in an online version so that it's possible, even there is not yet a new physical space, to create an interdisciplinary Feelings Practitioner Clinic or retreat center where people come together and healing abilities and potentials can weave together so that a client is in the middle of it and the healing is happening with everybody.
I love this picture of the client in the middle and the team around. Beautiful. Samantha, do you have anything that you want to add to that?
Yes, I would more say the client is we are all together in these soup of healing, and so to discover what was important for us was to discover this when we look to healing, and we know it from our practice with clients that healing is a non-linear thing. It's not linear. And when people are together in one space, so every person has a different sound, a different impulse, is a different part of one body, and to look up and to let these different kind of sounds, bring these sounds together and work with this in a most chaotic line. That is what comes nearer to when we speak about healing. It's to create a maximum on a non-linear space that healing can unfold. So it was for me, especially for me, it was when I met Michaela in my past, I appreciate her and I had so much fun with her because it was completely similar what she did and what she saw. As when I look to people, and I was surprised at first, and then I saw, okay, hey, let's do this. This is one of our lineages come together. When it comes in which way can we let healing unfold?
Yeah, and as you said, it was when we met each other the first time in our laboratories. It was so obvious we cannot put our hands away from the healing parts. Each time we were mentioned or jumped in, we brought information, and people say, "What? That is not happening here." But we said, "Yes, well, but that is the thing we are interested in. How is it deeper for the physical level working? That people change their emotions, and then there's an effect on their physical body too, and they come out of having no headache anymore, or no broken legs, or finding their listening abilities back." So that was the interesting part. And yes, in the coming together, it was like the potential was even more grown. And as you said, the chaotic way is somehow where the possibilities come up, where the next situation is coming up. And also in the collective way, it is not only to see my personal things, to see how I am behaving, having my own ideas. Maybe there's a diagnosis already. So, and to put it away from also there to be a single person into this collective, environmental, also way, so that you can see there is also a lot of things which are influencing you and also need a perspective on healing. So what is going on, as it is also done in constellation work, that you check your family, that you check your destiny, and also the future. And to bring all that together, that it's not a stiff place where only one thing is happening, the clinic is there to weave all in. And that there is no coincidence in healing, because people meet, because there is something we have for each other. And to invite this potential and not ignore it so much. So at each moment, healing is also happening, because it's life. It's life development and evolution. And breathe.
So as you just said, we all have something for each other. And I'm curious what's in the space right now. Like, you're all here. What do you have for this space? Is there a question? Is there something to share about your experience of the clinic? Who has the next piece?
Yeah, I'm curious, how do you prepare this space? So, meaning, how do you open the space? What do you invite to the space? So, is it like a specific for the cleaning space to invite these principles? And for example, for feelings practitioner core training, invite different principles. How do you hold space for cleaning specifically?
I love your question, Wojciech. It's really obvious that you are really interested in space holding, like looking behind the scenes. So, and that is the most dangerous and most hard question, because that is really to find out, or to how it is that define how the archetypal healing field is working. And what I can say is somehow like, it's like tuning into there is a next space which will happen. So there is a moment before where the space is opening up, because there's a declaration, the clinic will start. And all insights, what will come, and all scanning around what is in my environment, or somehow what ideas come, or my body says, is a hint. Is a hint to, this time it will lead into, or this time there will be a question about. And so that is the time before. And then it is to let it go again, to say, okay, thank you for this information. Maybe that's it. I don't know. Maybe that is one part we can go, or it's one idea to lead into the space. And the magic is to not stick on it, to not stay and to say, that's it. And if the impulse comes back again into the space in the clinic, my insight is checking it again. Is it the right timing? Is it really meant to be here? Is it for that person, for this group? Or maybe is it for a different kind of space? Because we are multi-leveled, we are multi-dimensions. And each space is connected with the other space. So, and if I grab into another space, as I right now do, I need to check, is it for this space where I brought it, or is it to put it back? So it's an ongoingly also creation and space, and being connected what is right now. And in the core training is, or it's totally different, because there's an intention of bringing the core distinctions of the feelings practitioner work we discovered. So there is something like a main menu and main idea. And then it is to see which group is there, how it is interesting for them, or how it will enter more all bodies. So in which way it will come into the space. And then it also will be enfolded in between, because we need to change something, or we need to say something totally new we haven't said before. The only thing is that we have clear, that is the main distinction will land in the space. And the clinic is really an open space for everything. And it's a discovery space also for us, because a lot of new processes are coming out of this space. It's an inventive space for us too. Sometimes I write it down, and it's amazing how much gold is here, with how many treasures are obvious in this teamwork creation.
So it sounds like, from what you're saying, Michaela, that just that last piece, at least, that this space is it's feeding the people that come into it, and then it's also feeding the trainings that you deliver by offering new practices and processes, or showing you new doorways that you can go through in core trainings and these new specialty trainings that are coming up.
Yeah, I mean, when you look from a bigger perspective, and when we are here in the clinic, so now there is a screen there, I don't know, 10 people, human beings, and then there's the environment. The environment around you, Stacia, around you, Janko, Sylvia, Michael, all of us. And it could be that something unfold in this clinic now, and that's for Patsy, or for the environment from Sarah, because she's in this system, and this is another space who's connected. So when it comes to healing, and to when something is unfolding, so it makes like a plop, a drop in an ocean, and you get this
Waves.
Ripple effect.
Ripple effect. And it could be we are all together and working on something, and it's not for us in the first part. It's more for the second or the third line behind Janko, for example. We are all together. And we are all in this field. When we look to this field, we are all connected together. It's a really big mushroom net, like in the earth. And we are a part from that. And we can pick up what is now, and that's to hold space for that, about your question, which to hold space for that, what we don't know, what can come in, what we have no idea, and to be open for that.
And also to open up that everybody of us has this healing power abilities. So sometimes it's only a word in a different or in a special kind of tonation you say to somebody, or you bring your love, and the life of the other person is changed. And it is especially you who can say that. Nobody else can use your voice, your body, your radiation. So because you are unique. And it needs all stars in the universe. So all stars of us here are mentioned to be here to yeah, to bring the special kind of what you weave in. As it is sometimes when you pick up a pill, a medication, it is like a missing link you put inside of you to maybe have an enzyme or having a reaction in you to say, okay, now it will stop something, or now it will develop something, or now it will make a process happening. And you can deliver it also for yourself. We are medication, or we are like each of us are space holder for each other's. And the content at the same time.
Do you have something, Sylvia?
Yes.
It's like,
but I don't know what is the question. Like I wonder, do you meet with people individually? Michaela, you said about that the healing is in a team, and it's like resonating in me, and I started like to wonder, like, is it valuable somehow, like to meet one-on-one, and why? And is it for like to start and then to bring or invite this person to the team? And yeah, and I'm like thinking about also like this working like massages like one-on-one or some physiotherapists who, because like I have this kind of dream in me, like to start to work with people like that, to show it them like to do these massages, and also like to show them this way, and I don't really know how to connect it. Then like maybe just invite those people to this kind of meetings.
Yeah, it is, as you said, it is to have single sessions or one-to-one sessions, as we have sometimes appointments in ourselves with one organ. And it is a thing to decide. And then now you bring it in the context, in the wholeness together. So, for example, I worked really a few years ago in a neurological rehab clinic. I don't know if it's right in English. And so I have had one-to-one single sessions with people who have, for example, apoplectic insults, and they cannot move any longer. So they really need a hand on them to find a way back for their brain to, for example, stand up, to somewhere is necessary to facilitate them. So, and I started on my own, and then I saw, I have only two hands. So, and there is a long person, and the foot needs maybe to move while I hold the whole chest, for example. And so I said, well, I need a team. So please, and I raised my hand. We worked in teams and said, hey, who has a free time? Who can help me? And then I have had sometimes 4 people around me, and I said, okay, you go on the hand, I go there. And it was like an orchestra of people moving together, this one person, so that he can relearn his movement. And it was amazing because it was like easy going then. And so it's working in both ways. So he know how it was to have a single guidance and then having more hands on one body.
It's not a this or this. You can have both. For example, when you're remember in a core training or in a other feelings practitioner training, we are a group. In this group, we're working on this, and this group on this, and this, and this, and then we are all together. So you can have a single session, whatever it is. So I would say it's not possible. to have a single session, but okay. So you have a single session in a group.
Mm.
And that's like our own organism. You have one organ in this whole group of organs. And you can have a massage, give a massage, another person, while other person around and work on other things. It's when you have a healing space, that's I would say that's not the new one, that's the original one, not the new one. But yeah, we are coming from this modern I'm you with you in one small place to heal thing. Yeah, that's not really possible.
Yeah, and that's really a change in the software of also people who are already in the health practitioner, somehow in the healing tradition working. So for me, it's a totally different when I here in my center have somehow my team around, or if I am here in an empty space. And it's not that it's an empty space, as Samoto said, and it is influencing me which people are around and how I am acting maybe with nature or not, and to feel that and to know that too while you use your technique maybe, and also using your technique to open that space that you maybe find a new way you never have used before because you were only using the software of another person. So we really invite that you bring your own style in and your variations and the things what the person is in the moment, in the connection, in the communication needing, or what is happening in that moment, that you see it and that you be aware of it and not diving into something what is known for you only.
Thank you. I also wonder about like how can people join? Like for example, a week ago I invited my friends for the meeting, and I asked her after like how did she felt, and she said like she really appreciated the space, and it was hard for her like because of the language like I think like here we are like our people after ETP, and this is something really connecting like us, and it may be hard for people which are not after ETP like to join.
Yes, thank you. I like this question. I have each time how it is to introduce a new energy. And I invite you or people who bring somebody new into how you would do it to maybe your family. You would say, here's a new person.
Here is one right now with Agnieszka.
Yes, here's a person who never have been there. Because sometimes people feels for me so known or so close that I say, I know them. So for me, they are not strangers. So, but I know that people are from the outside have maybe not the same feeling. So that would be one option to say, hey, here's a new person. Maybe it needs a little bit more context on what is happening here. Who is who? What is going on? So more subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about this space that feels like bringing something really ancient and bringing it together in with something new and then something in the future kind of pulling us forward, because we're on these screens, this technology that we're taking, that we're using connecting with, and we're also coming together in some kind of village or tribal way where we're becoming one organism, and that, you know, one person's the arm and one person's the leg, or whatever, however that goes, that there's these impulses that we can choose to bring more into this space. And I love seeing, I love feeling the impulse and the heartbeat of each of these spaces and the unique constellations, that where something new emerges every time. And there's still this part of me that sits with this, I don't know what this clinic thing is that I'm part of and that I hold space for. It just happens. And there's something you said, Michaela, about to be okay not knowing. And it's such a different way to this modern culture healing story of, I go to this person because they know about these particular symptoms and they'll give me the answer. And then we show up here and open a space of not knowing and sit together and trust what wants to emerge. And yes, there's, yeah, go, Michaela. There's like something.
Yeah, and yeah, it's not only that. The space
Yeah.
is not only about what will emerge, because then I know it's only having an open space to hold that, maybe no speaking and folding it, that it's like not so easy sometimes. It is also about necessities. What are your necessities? What is your urge inside of you, especially from your physical bodies, what you can bring? You can bring each hit, each pain, each symptom, each diagnose to say, hey, I'm here and I want to explore, I want to know something more, and I want a healing space for myself. So that's an open space for it too. And to overcome also the thing, I need to be alone with that, sitting or laying down on my bed and wait until it's over, or ask the specialist what I heard from, that they are experts. And maybe there's an expert in one who never thought about that he is the expert for you. And so you can bring in everything what appears it could be your necessity.
What's the next necessity in the space?
Yeah, and for me, it's also, what are your wishes? So what do you want to experience? And that's one thing. And what are you missing? Maybe it is because, yeah, it is not said yet, so it cannot happen because you haven't said it.
So the picture I have in the clinic, what the clinic is, or one part of the clinic, what one part of the clinic is it's a bridge. It's a bridge in from this medicine culture we know, where we come from, where we stay in now, not where we come from. And it's a bridge to hold space for what we said before. And when we have a healing space, and for example, when Michaela had a lot of specifics, kinesiology, microkinesiology, like this. And we have a lot of specific things we discovered in our past. And it's when we when we want to make the space more tight, we would use only what we learned in our past. Osteopathy, homeopathy, breathing therapy like this, crystal therapy. And the space would be, okay, I use these techniques from this or this or this or this. And this is for me, that's old culture healing. I only work with this, what I know or what I think, what I know from the past. And the clinic space is a really open space for that. So meaning, I let all my what I learned, let these go. Start at the new point and find out what's necessary in the now. And yes, I can take this thoughts or this experiences I had in the past. And when the space is maximum open, I need to let all these go. And that's the biggest this creates a bigger healing field as before. And that makes not easy to describe because we are not the clinic is not a massage space or not a osteopath space. It's more, what you said, Michaela, you can bring all these necessities without knowing what the necessities from the body is or from your bodies is. So you can bring it in and then it will unfold how to work with this.
Yes, and the new map includes the old map. So if you have an idea and maybe you say, your diaphragm, when I touch it with my hand, my energetic hand, maybe you are an osteopathic person and you know, whoa, the person which is sharing right now, and I scan this person energetically because the person is maybe not sitting next to me right now. You can bring that in. You can say, there is a technique, and you do it, the technique you know for this person because it's right now there, this idea, and this impulse, then go for it. And you will find ways, maybe in a new way, how you can work without having a person next to you, and bring it then in your own work during the day. So it has both directions. It's not to quit your knowledge. Both is really important, and it is to expand your healer abilities there too. It's somehow like we both like it to have a playground for healing and to open up for new specialties which are invented. And healing needs that. Sometimes maybe you stand in front of the wall and you don't see something else is happening for you. You have tried everything and your symptom is still there. So maybe it is to find it here. And maybe it is because I know that some of you are really joining this clinic mostly once or twice a week. So maybe, why do you come? What is the flavor you like, or what is the driving force for you to join the clinics? Maybe you can share also.
Yeah, I would like to say something. For me, this approach of the symptom is not a problem. It's so, yeah, that's one of the keys. So that's what I always, or so long time think that this the symptom is that, hey, my body talks to me. Yeah, it's just, yeah, that's to say something, and let's say to do a pill against the symptom is like I go to a child and milk. So that's, yeah, and that's here it's the opposite. And what I really like is this annehmen. I don't know in English.
Receiving or surrender.
Yeah, such of whatever it comes, and it's really it's also for the soul and for the heart a lot very healing. Yeah. It's, and I, yeah, have been a client is in a psychotherapy and had a lot. I think I have a lot of experience and do hold space for myself, for my inner child. And it's I see there is such a large connection between both this the physical healing and the emotional healing, and it's like a missing piece. This is one and this is the others, and it's both together makes it more complete. And that's what I like at the feeling practitioner work. Yeah.
Thank you, Janko.
Do you have something, Agnieszka?
The new topic for me, but I really feel what you say. For me, it's new somehow, but it sounds like very close to me. And yeah,
Can you say what is new for you?
what is new for me? That I am here. That I am the the first time I'm on the meeting, but it sounds common for me that yeah, this kind of that we are in the space together all the time, the different dimension. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there something from you, Michaela, what you want to share?
Yes. Ich habe angefangen, hierher zu kommen, um einen Englischkurs zu besuchen.
I started to come here to visit an English workshop.
Weil ich gerne im Feelings Practitioner Feld bleiben wollte und mein Englisch noch nicht so gut ist.
Because I wanted to keep on staying in the Feelings Practitioner field and my English was not so good.
Und für mich persönlich habe ich die Räume lieben gelernt, weil hier nicht so viel Emotionalität in den Räumen ist und ich besser bei mir bleiben kann.
And I really get to and love the spaces because there are here in the space is not so much emotionality and I can stay more with me, with myself.
Also ich kann lernen, also besser lernen, es nicht so in mich reinzuholen.
So I can learn to not take it so much inside of me, towards me.
Und ich liebe es hier, die Zeit zu haben, ähm, mich zu fühlen.
And I love it to have the space and the time to feel myself.
Und es spricht mein Herz besonders an, weil hier ein Heilnetz ist, wo es nicht um den einen Organismus geht, sondern um den großen Organismus.
And it's also touching my heart because it is like a high healing net, and it's not one healing net, it's the whole organism.
Und ich fühle mich oft hier sehr verbunden mit allen Menschen, die in diesem Raum sind.
And I really feel connected with all the persons, the people who are here in the space.
Und für mich ist das Heilung von jedem Einzelnen, was ich bekomme.
And it's healing from each of the persons who are there, what I receive.
Und es geschieht, also hier im Kleinen, das, was wir machen, hat Auswirkungen auf das große Ganze und das finde ich auch gut.
And it's happening. What we are doing here is really influencing the bigger outside. And I like it.
Can you
Yes, thank you.
say a little bit more about this outside influence that you notice, Michaela? How do you notice that?
Ich habe ein starkes Gefühl dazu, das, was wir hier machen, zusammen,
I have a strong sensation that what we do together here,
dass das Auswirkungen auf die ganze Welt hat. Also, ja.
that it has effects on the whole world. So,
Also, das meine ich mit Netz. Also es geht weiter. Es bleibt ja nicht hier stehen.
so that is what I mean with the net. It is not stuck here. And do you have an example for that? What you experienced?
Es ist mehr energetisch. Also es habe häufig ein starkes Gefühl, also in meinem Rücken, mh, dass da Energien ins gesamte Universum oder Feld oder ja, ja, einfach ausgestrahlt werden und irgendwo ankommen.
Yes, I have a strong sensation in me, and that somehow I feel it in my back, that like there's a big radiation, a big wave, which really comes into the world. Yeah.
Und, und dass das wir hier machen immer auch ein Abdruck von dem ist, was im Kollektiv los ist. Also.
And that what we are doing here right now or then, it's to have a big imprint to what is there outside. Yes, thank you. And I want to mention that Michaela Hilbig is also really a feelings practitioner. She trained herself a lot. She went through a lot of feelings practitioner trainings for years. Yeah, I'm glad to have you here too.
Yes, thank you.
Are there any other questions in the space right now, or your experience of this clinic that you want to bring in and share in the space? And Michael, it looked like something was starting to come from you before. Is that true?
Okay. When I started with possibility management 10 years ago in Stuttgart with Anna Nerobuka and other guys, they installed a Monday team, 10 years Monday team. And I went to a lot of labs, and the most things happened, it was in the Monday teams, the weekly. The space, something like magic space or a holy space. There's a Christian sentence it is in my mind. If more than three people are together in one in my name, this is a sentence Jesus Christ said, I'm just among you. And this sentence is not with the Christian. That's what I'm not really involved to the church, but it functions. If there are more than three people together with one idea, it's a magic room. And and this is the reason why I'm here. This is a magic room. We are together to with our bodies to explore the several bodies of our own, and it's just for me to be with me and to be connected, and bin sehr dankbar für diesen Raum.
I'm grateful for this space.
Und es ist für mich auch sehr schön, also it's a weekly, for me it's now it's a weekly, it's a weekly date. And I will join more. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Yes, I really appreciate that what you said, that it's about the date, having a date with myself and commitment to myself. And so each time to be here, it is having this spare time, this time to take care of my health. I put the attention there and I do it with such marvelous people around. So, and I appreciate everybody who is coming, because teamwork is then happening, and for myself and for everybody. So, yeah.
And it's a space not only for me, or it's a space for you all. A date with you.
Yes.
You all.
Yes. Yes.
So, if this clinic ripples out into the world with the intention that it's here for, and it has this, and it serves this intention that it's here for, what does the world look like in 10 years' time? What's the impact? Like, how does it look? This could be a question for anybody. Hmm.
It's totally clear. In 10 years, we have more clinics. Jesus. I can choose every day to go in this clinic or in this clinic or in this clinic, to have a space for me or for others. So it's a private, public space, healing space, or healing spaces. So that's why what I see, what is necessary, and yeah, for me that's attractive. When I have pain and for example, I'm alone now, so I can go in the clinic and can say, oh, today I need to work with my knee or with my head or something else.
Yeah, and additionally to that, I feel really touched about your question, because my lineage also is somehow a visionary one, and it is to have this ability to really find more and more ideas, solutions, in development, invention around healing, that symptoms can be such like amazing magic keys for also developing our human beings and to develop the love and the connection and the like a radiant living on earth. And that is an amazing driving force for me to sit on, to flow with, to find new ways. Yeah, that's really amazing. Because when two people come together, more than one, 3, 4, the inventions are happening. And the sentences are the connection is, and so.
Yes, for me, this kind of healing spaces are specific kind of love spaces. Love for people, for their symptoms, for their bodies. And when we are able to open this door or that whole space that this specific kind of door can open for love for yourself, love for yourselves, so healing is happening. Step by step.
Yes, and finding the deep, deep satisfaction, so the deep, joyful forces, so that the whole cells can celebrate life. What a party.
Yeah, a party of people that can step into trusting themselves, to empower themselves, to be part of a village, and just by being themselves can bring pieces, information, impulses, healing, love. It's all the same thing, and create something extraordinary together.
Ja, und meine Idee ist, wenn sich die Klinik ausweitet und größer wird, online, ist mein Wunsch, dass das dazu führt, dass wir auch mehr in unserer Region in Präsenz Teamräume haben, wo es auch Heilung gibt.
And if the clinic is spreading more online, I also have the vision and the wish that also in presentially there are more spaces where healing is happening. Yes, it's still existing. So in Munich and also in New Zealand, it's starting also, it's not, both is happening. It needs both.
And it could be that if you're inspired by this clinic, you create your own clinic in person, meet weekly and experiment and bring what you discover, and that this field feeds other fields, and in-person fields feed online fields, and
Healer villages. And I want to translate the word clinic because we really thought about why will we name it clinic, as it is clinics outside also there, hospitals. And it is the clinic means, from the Latin translation, to lay down, to let yourself lay down, to lean into yourself and to be hold and take care of. So that is a reason, so that you can really be there and nothing else is needed. Because you are. That's this amazing thing.
nothing else is needed because you are. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today for this weaving of questions and ideas and this big conversation, and creating new possibilities for what the clinic can be as well. And the next clinic will be on Wednesday at 7 p.m. CET. Yes? Yes. Great. And I look forward to seeing you in another space really soon. Thank you, Stamato, Michaela, and everybody for being here.
Thank you, team.
Later,
Thank you, Stacia.
Bye for
Bye.
now.
You.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.